Hello children! Today I'm going to tell you a new story. Our Nageshwar sir suggested it because it teaches wisdomness.
Long ago, in a beautiful little town called Akshahir, there lived many simple people. Traders, farmers, travelers and wise men. On one sunny afternoon, a poor traveler slowly walked through the narrow streets of the town. His clothes were dusty, his face was tired and his steps were heavy. He had not eaten anything for 2 whole days. In his pocket lay his last piece of food, a small dry piece of bread. As he walked, he suddenly smelled something delicious floating in the air. The smell came from a nearby eating house, a small restaurant where people were sitting around a fire, eating and laughing joyfully. His mouth began to water as he watched them enjoy hot, tasty meatballs cooking in a big pot on the fire. The traveler's heart filled with longing. "Ah," he whispered sadly, "if only I could have just one bite." The traveler slowly stepped closer to the door of the eating house. Inside, the owner, a fat, proud man, was busy serving food to his customers. He looked up and saw the poor traveler standing at the entrance. "Hey there, stranger!"
Would you like some meatballs, stranger?
"Would you like to buy some meatballs?
They're the best in town.
They're the best in town."
A man without money
The
never buys
traveler
anything,
lowered his
sir.
eyes and quietly replied, "A man without money never buys anything, sir." He turned away sadly, but the sweet smell of the food still filled his nose. He could not go far. So he stood near the wall outside, enjoying the smell and dreaming of how those meatballs might taste. The traveler slowly took out the small, dry piece of bread from his
Even the
pocket.
smell can make a poor
He
man
looked
happy.
around shyly to make sure no one was
Now
watching.
This is really tasty.
Then, smiling to himself, he held the bread over the pot of meatballs, letting the smell touch it. He closed his eyes and imagined that he was eating a wonderful meal. He took a small bite of his bread and whispered,
Now this is really
"Ah,
taste.
it tastes better now. The smell has given it flavor." He finished his meal of imagination with great happiness. For him, the smell of food was enough to fill his heart. But the owner of the eating house had been watching him all along. His eyes grew wide with anger. He rushed outside, grabbed the poor traveler by the arm and shouted, "You cheat! You have stolen the smell of my meatballs.
You thief.
enjoyed my
You
food
took the smell
without
of my
paying
meatballs
even
without
a single
paying.
coin."
Come with me to the magistrate.
The traveler
But I
trembled
only
and
smelled
tried
it.
to explain. He dragged the frightened traveler through the streets and brought him straight to the town magistrate, the wise man Nasruddin Hodja. That day, Nasruddin Hodja sat as the magistrate of the town. He was an old man with a white beard, sparkling eyes, and a smile that always hid a clever thought. When he saw the poor traveler and the angry keeper enter his court, he looked up from his desk and asked gently, "What seems to be the matter here?" The eating house keeper bowed and began to shout, "Sir, this man came to my place and stole the smell of my meatballs. He must pay for what he enjoyed." The traveler stood silently, looking down at his feet, ashamed and hungry. Nasruddin stroked his beard thoughtfully and said, "So you say he enjoyed only the smell of your food?" "Yes, sir," shouted the keeper, "and I want payment for that smell." The wise Hodja smiled and his eyes twinkled with humor. "Very well," he said, "we shall settle this right now." Nasruddin slowly reached into his pocket and took out 2 bright pennies. Everyone in the courtroom watched silently. What was he going to do? He placed the 2 pennies between his palms and shook them together near the right ear of the eating house keeper. The coins jingled softly. Then Nasruddin shook the coins again near the man's left ear. "Can you still hear it?" he asked. Yes, sir, I can. The Hodja smiled and put the coins back into his pocket. Then he said with a calm but witty tone, "The sound of money is a fair payment for the smell of food." The courtroom burst into laughter. Even the poor traveler smiled for the first time in days. "Continue your journey with peace." Then he looked at the red-faced eating housekeeper and added, "You have been paid, not once but twice. The sound of coins for the smell of your food. Let that be enough." The villagers in the court clapped and laughed, admiring the clever judgment of their wise Hodja. As the traveler walked away, he looked up at the sky with a smile of gratitude. "May God bless the kind and witty Hodja," he said softly. And so, once again, Nasruddin's wisdom taught everyone an unforgettable lesson.